Hi, I'm Ren.
I'm Sam.
I'm Tosh.
And
we're
we're
the
the
T
T
Swift
Swift
sisters.
Welcome back to the T Swift Sisters podcast, a Taylor Swift fan podcast for Swifties by Swifties. In today's episode, we're talking the IRS and ticket resales, the 1989 Taylor's version vault tracks, and the NFL game that is making us live for the hope of it all. Here's this week's Swift Scoop.
Today's first story is on the IRS cracking down on ticket resellers. So, according to Insider, the IRS will know if people made a huge profit on reselling tickets to Taylor Swift or Beyonce, the two queens of the season.
True.
A new law will require ticket sites like StubHub and Ticketmaster to tell the IRS about users who made over $600 this year. Any sales over that amount will be considered taxable income by the IRS. Those sellers will have to fill out a 1099-K form, which is a report of payments received during the year, and the earnings will be subjected to tax income deductions. And the average face value ticket for Eras is $254, but the average resale price was $2,183. That is mind-blowing.
That is so insane to me. Like, these people were literally making over $1,000 off of tickets.
And allowed to do so.
Right. It's like a little unclear about what they've reported on like how and when this whole thing will start. But honestly, like, it's seriously a big win for us on the other side of that. And like, I hope that it kind of scares resellers into like doing this in the future, because the whole issue now with Guts is coming out. Like, you can't get tickets to Guts. So I'm sure the people that could get them are going to try reselling them for triple the price again. And then we still have the second North American leg of the Eras tour, and already like Miami only had one sale. I think they only dropped like 25,000 tickets in that first sale, and people are already like triple, quadruple the price selling them.
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of loving that this is happening now, though, and like people didn't know ahead of time. Like that's what you get for being unethical and like reselling something for like 10 times the price.
Yeah, because now it's taxable income, right? So when you fill out all of those forms on like for tax season, basically it's also saying, well, yeah, you made an additional $2,000 on the freaking behind the stage tickets that you sold, that you bought for $50.
Literally
hate that.
I'm like happy that it's coming out now, but I also wish that it would have happened before, because maybe then we would have had a chance to go see Taylor again in LA like we really wanted to.
That's true. Could have seen her closing night.
It just brings me back to like the literal minutes. We were like 30 minutes before the concert starting, and tickets were still $600 for behind the stage.
It's so frustrating. Like, the audacity people have of taking something that people will be, more desperate, but because they're passionate about the artist, they have such a vested interest, they really want to make it happen, and they're going to do so by any means. So they're taking advantage and cashing in on that. And that really sucks. So I hope justice is served very soon.
Karma's a queen. Karma is the IRS, honestly.
I also wonder how much do any of you guys know how much like Beyonce resale tickets were? Like, if it was as crazy?
I don't think it was as crazy. I know it had to have been crazy. I don't think it was as crazy, because I follow someone who was like, I bought tickets to the Fort Lauderdale show, or like the Hollywood Miami Gardens show, an hour or two before Beyonce went on, and she paid like $100. Like, for Taylor, they just never ever went down. I think Beyonce might have started high, and then as it got closer, the prices went down. What were you going to say, Sama?
Yeah, that I think that's the main difference, that while hers dropped, Taylor's didn't, but Beyonce started at a really high price. Like, it was known that it was a very expensive show, more so than Taylor. While Taylor's was expensive, there was no adjustment in prices, where with Beyonce you could see that drop if you were getting like last minute, but it was very pricey.
Did you mean that like was face value more expensive than Taylor's too? Is that what you were saying also?
Right, right.
Okay.
So the change between like you getting a last minute or someone reselling probably wouldn't be as big as a change as it or as extreme as a change as it was for Taylor. Like people were just, shooting up those prices just for,
Yeah, like the difference between face value and resale was bigger for Taylor because Taylor's were like so much cheaper.
Right.
Okay. Well,
I feel like
karma.
True. And I feel like at some point somewhere, like Ticketmaster, and I know actually Joe Biden tweeted the other day saying something about like ticket sales and like taking down Ticketmaster. I was like, what a Swifty king. But besides that, Ticketmaster has to be held accountable somewhere, somehow for the whole dynamic and platinum pricing. Because literally tickets for Olivia Rodrigo, and like the thing is, I don't want to speak like on the artist because I truly don't know how much the artist has to do with the real situation.
Right.
And like how much they can dictate, because Jack Antonoff was popping off on Twitter the other day and he was like saying all these things about how it really doesn't have anything to do with the artist. Like it's the actual company that sells the tickets. But for Guts, for the Olivia Rodrigo show, they have tickets that's a charity donation on top of it. So it's like a lower bowl ticket and you're paying $900 for a $100 seat because you're donating to a charity.
That's like, I think that's like a misuse of like the generosity there. Like if I wanted to donate to charity, I would.
Yeah.
You don't have to add Ticketmaster into the mix. Like you don't got to make it corporate, but thanks.
Literally that. And like also Ticketmaster, who are you to tell me that if I'm going to donate to a charity, it's like telling me that the only good amount to donate to a charity is $800. Like, no, thank you. I will choose how much I'd like to donate to said charity.
And on top of that, all those places, like all those companies, like when you're at a cash register and it asks you to round up and all this stuff, that's money that they donate to charity itself, and so they get tax deductions from the money that we're giving them. So Ticketmaster's doing that on purpose because the money they donate on behalf of us is like they get tax deductions. So it really is just corporate America yet again. Like they know what they're doing.
That's so rude. And then the whole situation of like the platinum pricing and the VIP and all of that we've been over a million times and we'll go over until the day that it's done because it's just absolutely ridiculous. Like it's just impossible. And like the entire ticketing system is so unfair. Like I just don't understand how it's 2023 and if you don't like it's 2023, and if you want to go to a concert, you have to be selected to be able to even buy tickets, and that's it. Like, that's your only option.
That's such a weird concept.
Like, I don't get how in 2008, when we didn't have the internet the way that it was now, and everything wasn't as accessible as it is now, we were able to get tickets in an easier fashion. Like, it just, it literally makes no sense to me.
I almost feel like it, like the whole like register and like you get a code, all that like makes it a bigger deal than it is to people. Like, even for Guts, let's say, like, I just feel like if it's an artist who has that, more scalpers and stuff are just going to want it because now it's like gatekeeping. So you're just attracting more people that wouldn't have wanted to originally buy tickets, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. I think the best comparison and like the best version of what they've had of this is the way that they did the rep tour tickets, because it was verified fan and it was code, but you got your code depending on how much you interacted with the artist. So it was like Taylor did something and one of them was like, I had to put my profile picture as like a border of the Reputation album on my Facebook for like 10 days. And it gave me a boost in the code. Like the more that I interacted with her stuff and her page and like her marketing was going to get me a greater chance to get the tickets, which works because I'm a fan versus a scalper who's like, I'm not going to go through all of that to get tickets to a show that I don't want to go to. So I think that was like the the most fair use of the verified fan code and all of that, and like they just took it away. And I really do think that they took it away because so many fans were able to get tickets, and like it was, you know, like Ticketmaster didn't profit as much as they've profited now off Eras Tour and everything else.
Yeah. Resale and Ticketmaster are besties.
It's rude, rude, rude. But
moral of the story, karma is the tax.
How long have you been thinking about that one?
She's been
maybe the past 15 minutes.
Natasha's just here writing her own new lyrics to Karma.
It's in my notes app.
Karma Ticketmaster's version.
Moving on, we're going to talk about 1989 Taylor's version's vault track names. So when Taylor announced 1989, her version, she said, and I quote, "To be perfectly honest, this is my favorite re-record I've ever done because the 5 from the vault tracks are so insane. I can't believe they were ever left behind. And thanks to all of us and all the puzzles that we did unlocking Taylor's vault, we all got to find out those song titles if we participated in that interactive vault puzzle. And so the song titles are Slut, exclamation point, can't forget that.
Not lust.
Not lust, like we thought.
It was me. We can be honest.
Like Ren thought. I thought that, but I was too like embarrassed to say it because I was like, no, I don't think it's that. I'm not even gonna say it. So Slut, Say Don't Go, Now That We Don't Talk, Suburban Legends, and Is It Over Now is the 5th one. There are no features on any song for 1989 TV, including the beloved Bad Blood song with Kendrick Lamar. RIP. There is also a rumor that the bonus track on that Target Tangerine vinyl is Sweeter Than Fiction, which would be a 100% win if that's true. So what do we think?
Well, I just want to say regarding the vault, we were so like spot on that it was going to be like a community thing. Like we knew that it was going to be something that we all had to work together to solve, and it was super exciting. A little depressing that the vault day was literally the day after we recorded last week's episode, since we had an entire segment on the vault. So I was like, annoying, but whatever. Yeah. But I loved it, and I loved the approach. And I think of all the like vault approaches that she's had, scrambles, puzzles, all of that, this one was absolutely the most interactive and the most fun. And it was just really like thrilling, and the little word scrambles. The only time it wasn't fun was when Google glitched, and I was like, God, you're so annoying because I know that's the right answer, and like the little C thing wouldn't come up, and I'm like, so frustrating. But I'm really excited for the vault tracks. Like I kind of think they're going to be really poppy. And my early favorite right now is Suburban Legends. I don't know. I'm just really drawn to like that name.
Claiming?
I think I'm claiming that song. I do.
I don't know which one I would claim.
I already know which one Natasha's claiming.
I'll claim Slut.
I knew it. You mean Lust.
Which one will you claim?
I'll claim Now That We Don't Talk.
Ooh. Do you think that's going to be like poppy or slow?
Maybe slow.
Okay.
That's what I was claiming it for. Maybe to give it like a different vibe.
I'm trying to think of like the slow songs on 1989. I think it's like Clean is it. Yeah. So do you think like slow like Clean, or like slow like another album slow?
Another album slow.
Okay.
I have to like sleep on it, but yeah, that's just the vibe I'm getting. I'm scared because Speak Now was so good. Like that is probably one of my favorites. And I just like hold it so close to my heart because I'm like, it's perfect. How can it get more perfect? And for her to say that about this one, I'm scared.
I know. I'm scared too. And like the Speak Now vault tracks are so amazing. Like as much as I wanted to hate on Electric Touch by Fall Out Boy, that song is consistently stuck in my head. And like it's like a serotonin boost also. I don't even know. Like I just really, really like it. And I Can See You. I'm always jamming to that song.
Right?
I love that one.
Always.
I was just laughing because like I remembered our first reaction to Electric Touch. And we were like, this sounds a little weird.
Yeah,
But
yeah. It was
no,
not an
it's
early favorite, but it grew on me. It definitely grew
Yeah.
on me.
For some reason, Suburban Legends is giving Castles Crumbling vibes to me.
Okay.
Oh.
I see that. I see that. It was giving for me like I don't know how you get the girl. I don't know. That's just what I don't know. I felt like maybe those two are like sister songs or something, you know?
It's so I love our predictions and then listening back once they come out and we're like so wrong.
Question, do you think that Bad Blood featuring Kendrick Lamar is just going to be like a single or something that's going to come out after? I think that she knows how special it is to the fans. Like the fact that she interacts with the You Forgive, You Forget every night at Eras tour, that she knows that we want it. So I'm like, it might not be on the disc, but it's not like there's going to be a Taylor's version of it.
It's not lost.
Yeah, it's not lost. Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. And I think a lot of Swifties were very saddened to find out that Harry Styles wasn't on Style. I could never get on that bandwagon. Like I never believed it. I couldn't.
I didn't, but I heard the AI version and it just sounded so good.
On TikTok. It was really good.
It was supposed to be Harry Styles featured, and Nicki Minaj was supposed to be like on a song on 1989 somewhere. I don't know. I just think that like Taylor is the most proud, and rightfully so, of 1989 because it won Album of the Year. So I'm, like that was her first time. She holds it very, very close to her heart. Mm-hmm. So I think that she was always going to keep it like true to what it was as the re-record. I think if she did do like the Kendrick Lamar, the Harry Styles, and Nicki Minaj, it's going to have to be singles that come out after. Like, I don't think they will ever be on the actual disc. And we know now that they're not anyway. Yeah. So, but I thought Sweeter Than Fiction was a Speak Now era-esque song.
I don't remember when it came out at all.
It's a movie song. So a lot of you guys might not know about this song. Natasha didn't even show it to us until like, I think we had already graduated college. You're like, hey, have you guys heard this Taylor song? And it was amazing.
From One Chance.
Yeah, a British film, One Chance, in 2013. So I guess it was like end of Red era, beginning of 1989.
Okay, that I was going to say end of Red, right?
Yeah.
Because I associate it with Red. Like it just gives Red to me. So that kind of makes sense. Not that it's on 1989, but yeah, a little. That it might be on 1989.
End of Red. So it's also like around the time that Taylor was touring for Red was when that came out. But I love that song. I'm really excited about it, like for it to come out. But if it is coming out, she's already done Eyes Open, Safe and Sound, Now Sweeter Than Fiction. Where, I'm going to ask this, I swear to God, every week on this podcast, where is Crazier by Taylor Swift, and why is it not Taylor's version yet?
That's true.
I will die on this hill. I really will.
Yes. We need answers.
I won't fight it until after Debut comes out. If Debut comes out and it's on there, I'll accept it because she wrote it. She wrote it when she was younger.
It was released in 2009. I just looked it up.
Yeah, it's a Fearless era song, but she wrote the actual song in like when she was 14 years old or something.
So it makes sense if it's on Debut.
Yes.
Right. I would have associated it with Debut release. So
I can get it as like a end of Debut, early Fearless. I feel like it definitely fits in that realm. So I won't say it every week on the pod until after Debut comes out and it's not released. Then we will talk Taylor Swift, okay?
I love that song. I can't wait to hear it re-recorded.
It's so pretty. And like, honestly, Taylor, please just release it like before I get married because it's such a pretty wedding song too.
And her voice would sound like, now that it's so mature, it would sound so good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I am so hyped for it. I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. On to the next story.
Okay, and our last story for today is the craziest thing that happened all weekend. You cannot turn on a news channel, go to a news website, CNN, the New York Times, the Washington Post, NFL, ESPN, Sports Center, everyone everywhere is talking about Taylor Swift visiting Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs and watching them take on the Chicago Bears yesterday. For you guys, Sunday afternoon, absolutely wild. My jaw dropped. I was at the Miami football game, at the Dolphins game, and we were leaving as the news is coming out. And Adrian like taps me on the shoulder. He's like, babe, babe, babe. I'm like, what? He's like, Taylor Swift's at the Chiefs game. I'm like, you're lying. He shows me the video. I think they almost had to pull me out on a gurney, honestly. Like, it was that serious. It was wild. I can't. Also, if this is the first time you're listening to our podcast and you still don't know who Travis Kelce is, go back to last week's episode. We kind of give the rundown on who the heck Travis Kelce is. If you're not a football girly or you just really don't know what's going on.
Yeah, just ask me.
Send a DM on our Instagram specifically to Natasha. Just like when you're writing it, subject line Natasha Awad. She's the one that knows everything about Travis Kelce. But basically, for context about why she was at the game, last week, Travis Kelce shared that the ball was in Taylor's court, or is, he said at the time, is in Taylor's court. He shared that he saw her rock Arrowhead Stadium. This is what he told her. I saw you rock Arrowhead Stadium, and you should come see me rock Arrowhead Stadium when I play at home as the Kansas City Chiefs tight end. Little, spoiler alert for you guys who don't know Travis Kelce. But basically, she accepted the invitation and everybody lost it when she was with Travis Kelce's parents cheering on the Kansas City Chiefs from his suite on Sunday at Arrowhead Stadium. And not only that, she was wearing unreleased Chiefs merch. It hasn't even come out yet. So you already know, like, Travis Kelce got the hookup. He's like, listen, my girl Taylor's coming. I need you to get her the cutest whatever that's coming out for the Chiefs. Send it to her so she can wear it. Some fans are a little upset because Taylor's a known Eagles fan. We've had this chat on the podcast, Eagles band versus Eagles football team. Taylor confirmed it is in fact the Eagles football team. She's an Eagles girl. That's what she considers her hometown show. And important to know, Travis Kelce's brother, Jason Kelce, also super famous, plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. They had the brother showdown last year at the Super Bowl, and they're actually playing each other again this year, November 20th on Monday Night Football. Yeah. So people are saying that they need Taylor. Donna Kelce, also known as Mama Kelce, she sports a split jersey that's half Eagles, half Chiefs.
Cute.
They're saying that, we got to hook our girl Taylor up with one because she's a split fan now. And it's like crazy because they're big rival teams now, having played the Super Bowl and everything. But yeah, it looks like she's a Chiefs girly now. And it's just, she was so happy. And in her little suite, she was seen eating chicken tenders with ranch. Like, celebrities are just like us. I can't.
Humans.
Like, why is Taylor Swift not having a casual conversation with us over some chicken tenders and ranch while we watch football? That's all I want out of a best friend in this life. Like,
yeah.
She was posing with a fan poster that said, Kelce is Swift to the end zone. So cute. I shared a bunch of content on our Instagram stories. So now that it's Wednesday and you're listening to this pod, if you don't already follow us, do so that when stuff like this happens in real time, you can see it as we post. But it was so cute. She's like in the suite, like thumbs up to the poster behind her. And it's the Kelce is Swift to the end zone. She gave the cameraman 2 thumbs up, and the LFG let go after Kelce scored a touchdown. Like, she was all there, and she was all there for Mr. Trav. I can't. Did you guys see the video of him like during the national anthem when he sees
looking
Taylor
and smiling at her? It was precious.
I can't.
He lets her be jeweled. I mean, he truly does. A lot of people were saying that this is like the first boyfriend that they think realizes that Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift because he knew her as like a fan before actually dating her.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce's Instagram followers are up to like 33 million now, and it's like a 350% increase since
That's
the game.
crazy.
God.
Yeah, that. And the outfit that he was wearing when he left the Chiefs game, it was called like drawn painting or something like that. Whatever the outfit was called, like online, you know, when you search something up and it's like Camille top, whatever.
Yeah.
They changed the name. The company that he bought the clothes from changed the name to include 1989 in front of like the actual name
No,
of the
they
outfit.
did not.
Yes,
Oh
I
my
can't.
God.
I can't.
They just rule the world now.
I was
Literally,
about to say the same thing.
Like both industries just
I'm telling you, like every news outlet, the local news, our local news clearly loves to talk about Taylor, because I don't know how many times I've come on here and been like, I was watching the local news this morning and they were talking about Taylor. But they were talking about Taylor. We were watching football coverage last night, just everywhere. Every account is using like Taylor as memes. I can't. It's truly like, and so many people were saying like, I just know some angry football men are out there upset that like the NFL is talking about Taylor, and it just makes it so much better.
Yeah.
I love that.
Infiltrate.
NFL changed their bio on TikTok to Taylor was here. And then they changed their their Twitter bio to Taylor's version as well. Yeah, they're eating it up. I can't.
They're so powerful.
So powerful. Literally, when Travis Kelce scored the touchdown, they usually he does like a silly little dance. Like a lot of NFL, you know, like offensive stars are known for doing a little dance when they score, but he's like very big about it. Like he emphasizes it a lot, and they had him dancing for literally 1 second before the camera cut right to Taylor.
They're like, yeah, anyway.
They're like, enough of that. So I love that. And then their night didn't end there. I mean, hello, we saw her leaving in the getaway car, super cute, with Taylor and Trav in the convertible driving off. Like, I wish it was sunset, because it just would have made the picturesque moment so much more.
Oh yeah.
In my mind, it happened at sunset, honestly. But according to Entertainment Tonight, Travis bought out a restaurant in Kansas City for his family and team. So Taylor arrived wearing a denim dress, and she was seen snacking, having some cocktails, and dancing alongside Travis. The two were very affectionate with one another, but kept things fun and lighthearted. And Travis's teammates also showed up to the after party, as well as his mom and dad, Donna and Ed. The party lasted until 2 a.m. It's just really funny, because when the story started circulating last night, someone was saying like Taylor bought out the restaurant, and like these waiters just showed up with to-go boxes, and they're like, everybody has to get out. But basically what happened, when I actually like researched it and more information came out, basically this restaurant in Kansas City, I'm not going to name it just for privacy reasons, you know, all of that fun stuff. But everybody that was eating there, like 2 hours before they were going to shut it down, or like an hour before, they're like, here's the deal. Everything that you bought tonight is paid for, but at 8 o'clock, you need to get out. Like you got to take your stuff and go. So then they came around with the to-go boxes, and they're like, you have to go. And people like had seen that Taylor was at the game. So they were like, is Taylor going to be here? And the restaurant was like, we're not saying yes and we're not saying no, but you got to go. So then like some people, they sent them, I believe the restaurant is like 3 stories or something. So like this was happening on floor 2 or the top floor, and they sent them to like another floor below. They were like, if you don't want to like get out right now, you can go hang out down there, but eventually like you're going to have to leave. So the people tried to like run upstairs and like knock on the door so that they can see Taylor and Travis, but her security guards were there, and they were like, get out. So that's what happened. But I'm so glad that they got to party with each other and stuff. It's just like, it's so nice to see Taylor living like a normal life, honestly. Obviously what's happening is not normal, because you don't maybe date somebody and the entire world is talking about you visiting a football game because of that one person. Right. But like her actions of the day are so just normal. I love it. And they're so cute. Like they're
so high school. I love it.
Yes, I was just gonna say that they're giving like that middle school first relationship vibe.
I literally get the butterflies looking at them, because they're still in that like awkward, like getting to know each other's face. And I'm like, so cute.
We're living through history because it all started with a friendship bracelet. Again,
Yeah.
literally again, with the emphasis on the friendship bracelets and changing the world. Like, Mans had a friendship bracelet and a dream. I can't take credit for that because I saw it on Twitter. But like, it's true. He had one friendship bracelet that he put his number on and he was like, you know what? I'm going to shoot my shot. And look at him.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
Insane. I love it. I love it. I'm living for this content. I'm living for Taylor being happy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Having fun while on tour break.
Can we figure out a ship name for them? Like, what's their celeb couple name going to be? I have some options here. Feel free to shut them down immediately.
Trailer.
Okay? We have Trailer.
Oh God.
Tavis was Adrian's. I have to give him credit for that. And I like Tavis only because it puts Taylor's name before Travis. Kel Swift and Swiftsy.
I like Swiftsy.
Swiftsy, it has something, you know?
I like it because their last names are like well known.
I like that one too, I think.
Swiftsy.
I definitely don't like Trailer. I think it's just funny.
Yeah, Trailer is like, you know, like, let's just hitch my trailer, you know?
Yeah, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna vote Tavis or Swiftsy, but I think news outlets are already like reporting on names for them, so I could be saying all of this and like it's already out there, you know.
I like Swiftsy.
Me
Swiftsy.
too.
It's cute. It's like, oh, Swiftsy.
I need a Swifty, Swifty baby.
It's just like Swifty. It's very similar.
That wraps up this week's episode. Please remember to follow us on social media for live Taylor Swift news updates and to play our weekly Swiftie themed connections game. But follow us on social. Our channels are at T Swift Sisters Pod on TikTok and Instagram and at T Swift Sisters on Twitter or X, whatever floats your boat, however you want to call it. But thank you for savoring this week's Swift Scoop. We hope you've had your fill of all things Taylor Swift, and we'll see you next week right here on the T Swift Sisters podcast. Bye.
Oh yeah.